Okay. Attention. Balcony. Student tenets and begin. Honor, courtesy, integrity, perseverance, self-control, courage, community. Balcony. Jubi stance. All right, from here, we're going to go ahead and start off with taking our hand to our knee, just like we had yesterday. Alternating hand to alternating opposite. And begin. Go ahead, keep going, keep going. Wesley, I can tell, has a lot of energy tonight. Had a pound of sugar before class. And that thumbs up confirms it. Very good, very good. All right, next thing. You're going to bring your knee up and you're going to hop, just like so. So your knee comes up, your other arm comes up just like so. You're going to jump, just like so. Wesley, don't do it on your bed, please.
Like Mario?
Like Mario, yes. That is what they're called, are Marios too. All right, so if you want to do Mario's voice as well, you're welcome to do so. All right, I'm not going to do it since we're recording and you can hear me, but you're welcome to do so. All right, just like so. Very good, very good. All right, now to challenge it. Now what I want you to do is when you jump, whoops, I did the wrong. When you jump, I want you to land, hold it for a second, and then go to the other side. Just like so. Land and hold, and then drop it. All right, and go. And you count to like 2 or 3. It doesn't have to be long. So here, and then down. Working on balance. That one hurt. Okay. Jumping too much. Excellent. All right, now just high knees. Belt level. Very good. Keep it going, keep it going. I'm going to stop sideways, not making all this noise. Yeah, keep working, keep working. And jumping jacks.
I don't know.
Do what? Connie, you there? Keep jumping jacks. And squat jumps. Very good, keep it going. Good, feet out wide. Feet wide. Still sitting stance length almost. Off the trampoline, Wesley. I know, I'm just so mean. All right, and next lunges. Very good. Frankensteins. Very good. Now to the side. Wesley, get your feet up. We're not walking. Okay, arm circles forward. Backwards. Arm swings. Up and down. Hands on the hips, side to side. Forwards and backwards. Hip circles. Other way. Excellent. Hands on our back here, shoulder. Up and down. Left to right. Hip circles. Other way. All right, take your stance. Okay. Doobie stance. From here, let's go ahead. We're going to jump back into sparring and board breaking style side kicks. Okay, we're going to work on, I want to focus a lot on side kicks just as much as I focus on the form of the cycle because of side kicks are usually not the preferred way of board breaking for a lot of people. Usually students tend to go to front kicks. Even I do. Okay, and the reason being is because at testing, you know it's going to work, right? But since this cycle, we are specifically supposed to do side kicks, we're going to all work on them regardless whether it's for board breaking purposes or if you're just doing it to have better work on your technique and to work better at it for sparring, okay? So, first one we're going to work on tonight is our number one side kicks, okay? Who can tell me what a number one is? What does number one mean when I say number one side kick? Raise your hand. Ezra.
Side kick using the front leg.
That's correct. Yes, you're using your front leg. All right. Now, who knows, or Ezra, can you tell me, when you're using your front leg, is that better for sparring or better for board breaking?
Board break.
Board breaking, are we sure?
Yes.
Yeah. Does everyone agree with that? Or is anybody that disagrees? I'm open for discussion.
I mean, if you want a board break, you want to have force.
Okay.
So I guess moving forward with your back leg would have more force.
Okay. All right.
But I don't know which one. I was thinking the same thing that the other person said, but now I'm kind of thinking that's wrong.
All
Not
right.
sure.
Okay. I'm open for debate, so everyone's welcome to chime in on this, unmute themselves, talk about it, figure it out. Like, I'm cool with that. I'm here. I want to listen to your thoughts. I want to know what makes you think using front leg, using back leg, why? So Ezra, so you said front leg, yes? Is good for board breaking. Why? Argue.
Because I just feel like it would be better for board breaking because it wouldn't be as good for sparring.
Okay. All right. Well, why? So you feel like it. Well, why do you feel like it? Is it with target drills you've done? Have you seen it? Have you done it? Basically validate your point.
I don't know. I can't break boards yet.
So you've done a board break clinic, haven't you?
No.
Shouldn't tell me that, but so make sure you get a board break clinic. Okay, you're supposed to technically have one by Greenville. All right. So, okay, but you've done target drills. I know that. We've done target drills. So even in target drills, that's still board breaking practice or sparring practice. Okay. So validate with that even. I'm not saying you're right or wrong. I'm just trying to get minds turning, get gears going.
I don't know.
Wesley, do you want to chime in at all? Gotta unmute yourself.
I think I disagree because if you're board breaking, you have like way more time to step and put more power into it. But as in with sparring, it's like happening right now. You're fighting somebody, so you don't have much time to jump, spin, do all that.
Okay.
So
Well,
I think a number one side kick would fit more with sparring.
Okay. Cool. Hey, I like this. All right. I'm cool. I enjoy the debate part. because I want you to use your thoughts, okay? I can tell you all day, every day that this is how you do a side kick, right? But it might not click, okay? But it will click if you think about it, if you start putting into it, all right? So let me say this. Number one's good for both, okay? Number one is, for me, better sparring, okay? But does that mean I've not seen anybody break a board with a number one side kick? No, I have. I've seen quite a handful of people break a board with doing a front leg side kick, number one side kick. So it is possible to do so. Is it the easiest side kick to break a board with? Possibly not, okay? But again, that is based on each person individually, okay? So you could be a beast at side kicking and breaking with your front leg as with the side kick, number one side kick. Okay, you could be a beast at it, all right? For others, it might take having that back leg. And the reason why the back leg does usually give a little more power, Connor, are you listening, sir? Is you get your body momentum in, okay? You have your body movement going into it, okay? So you're not relying just on your foot, your legs, and your muscle, and your leg muscles, and your hip, and all that. You're also giving your body ability to push into it as well. And when you put your hips into anything, it does create power. A lot of your power comes from your hips, okay? But think about it. The reason being, your hip's responsible for holding your body up all day, right? So your hip is actually very strong, okay? So you use that, all right, to your advantage, okay? So, yes, it can board break. Yes, you can use it for sparring. Is there a better one? Depends on the person, okay? That's why I go over all the different sparring or side kicks, variations, because some people might like the number one better. Some people might have a struggle with a spin, right? For a number two, you know, some people might struggle with that. That's okay. All right. Here's the thing. So I'm going to put this in thoughts too. Ezra, to validate your answer further, right? This is kind of where I was hoping you were kind of going with this as well. When you're doing a step side kick, what foot are you kicking with?
Front.
Yeah. So I was hoping that you would say something like that too. So you are still doing a front leg side kick. You're just adding a step into it. So you are doing a step number one side kick. So that also depends too. Are you stationary? Are you stepping? Are you skipping? You know, what are you doing to get that foot to go towards that board and go through the board? So yes, you can still very well board break with the front leg, with the front foot. It just depends, again, how you're applying it to get that break. Okay? So, just some food for thought. All right? I want you to think about that a lot with any move you do. Why? All right? Where would this work? How would this work? When would this work? Okay? Ask those questions. When, where, why, what, how. I think there was another one, wasn't there? When, where, what, why, how. Is there another one, or is that all of them? That's all of them? No, there's another one. What's the one I'm missing?
Missing who?
Who? Well, who's you, right? Okay, so thank you. Yes, I was missing who. But who is you? So yeah, so who as well. So, but you could ask who as well. Who would this work for? All right, so that's what, as an instructor, you tend to do, is you learn what works for who. So Ezra, it might be better for you to do a number one side kick, right? Connor, it might be better for you to do a number two side kick. Wesley, it might be better for you to do a step side kick. All right, or a spin for any of you, or a jump for any of you. Okay, you just gotta kind of think about that. All right, I knew I was missing one. So anywho, I'm gonna stop talking. Front leg, side kick, stationary for now. All right, we'll do it 5 times each. Everyone ready? Sparring stance. Great debate though. I loved it. I love the input. I love the opinions. Okay, I want to keep doing that. All right. So here we go. Number one side kick. Ready? And 1, Stationary. 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, other foots. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, from here. Now let's work on the number 2 side kick, which is the back leg side kick, back foot side kick. Okay, make sure when you're doing this, you're swinging your whole body around. Okay, do not leave anything behind you. Most commonly, the thing I see the most is people will turn and keep their shoulder back here. Okay, don't do that. Take everything with you. Okay, come all the way around here, just like so. Okay, do not leave anything behind. Take your whole body. Do not do this. Okay, because eventually you're going to have to force your shoulder in anyways. So take it with you. Okay. We won't debate about this one. We debated about side kicks a lot already, especially with the different kinds. So we'll just get right into it. Ready? Sparring stance. And 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, other foots. We'll try to do those, try to come up with something maybe for every class. Maybe not every class, but every so often have a debate for us. All right, here we go. You ready? And 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay. My next question, though, before we get to the last one. Here we go. For board breaking, when you board break for any kick, all right, or most kicks, certain kicks, okay, because there's others that do have to have height specifications. But when let's talk about a side kick. When you're board breaking for a side kick, is it better to side kick belt level, or can you break a board head level and be all right? First one that wants to chime in, let me know. Break a board belt level.
Like telling if you need to step.
Regardless of how you do a side kick, whether it's a number 1, number 2, or you do a step side kick. Regardless of that, do you want to do belt level, say chest level, or head level?
Chest.
Chest? Okay, why?
Because like if you hit the board
Mhm.
and it goes through, you'll be more safer than it hitting your head, your legs, because you have a rib cage right in front of you.
Okay. Okay. Valid point. Anybody else want to chime in? Put their input in. And you could have the same answer, just a different valid point for it too.
Maybe it's also because whenever you do the board, you're always on your knees, right?
On your knees.
Or you're bending, right?
It depends on what kick you're doing, but you are in some type of stance in a way.
You don't. Yeah, I still think it's my first answer.
Sounds like where you said the chest level?
Yeah.
Okay. Wesley, what you thinking?
Not really anything.
Would you say better belt level, chest level, or head level?
I'd say about like belt level,
Okay, why?
because if you do belt level, you're more likely than to hurt somebody because there's like the stomach, rib cage, the side,
Okay.
and also you could probably like try to hit their head, their chest. So yeah, and also that hurt way more. Plus, also if you were trying to hit a head, not only would you have to like kind of jump up, plus also that's also like really easy to see. So I think mostly around the belt area.
Okay. All right. That's right.
I think that when you're breaking a board, if you're just starting, it should be around belt level. If you've been doing it for a while, around chest, and if you're really good at it, doing it for a really long time, it should be head level.
Okay. Okay. Honestly, that's an impressive answer. That is a really good answer. That's a good answer. So you're saying kind of all of them. Just depends on how long you've been maybe doing it. I like that answer. That is good. That is good. That is a good answer. And I like it because of the fact of, so of course, like you said, as you start to get better at it, you should start to challenge yourself, right? So yeah, say as a beginner, you start belt level, okay? Then as you get, more into it, so let's say senior purple, right? That's the first belt you start board breaking. So senior purple, yeah, you do belt level. Let's say you get to second or third degree black belt, right? Then maybe chest. And then, fifth and above, head level. Is that kind of like what you're going with?
Well, I mean, everyone does it a little differently. Some people learn slower than others, so it just depends on how good you are and when you want to get a little harder.
Yeah, I agree with that too. I agree with that. So yeah, so each person, it kind of depends. So yeah, some people might be able to go senior red belt, chest level, right? Some people might be third degree chest level. Okay, so yeah, that is correct. Honestly, that is a very good point. I would agree that beginning breakings, yes, belt level. And the reason being is because when you're trying to break the board, especially for testing, right? You're wanting to go through the board, right? So to go through it, you must go this direction, right? Well, when you're going to your hips level, that's where your leg will comfortably go and have enough power, but also you're going this direction, right? And I'm going down my hip level to show that I'm going this direction, right? My foot's not going any higher than my hip. When you get to chest level, now we're at the hip. Now I'm going kind of upward, right? I'm having to kind of go on an upwards angle. So that then starts to take away some of that power, okay? Takes away some of that power because now you're having to kind of go upwards. Additionally, if you are going to try to do like a chest level break or something like that for a side kick, then you probably would also want to recommend like angling a little bit, right? So that way when you go up with the board instead of it being flat and kind of going off to the side, and then you're up and away from it, right? So, and then head level, kind of same thing, So yes, I could see that if each person, based off their situation, wants to do that. Now, here's the thing though. I would only suggest that for potentially competition-wise, for just competitive-wise to challenge yourself. For testing purposes, okay, always want to stick with the belt level, okay, the hip level. Okay, the reason being is you want to make sure you pass testing, right? Everybody wants to go to testing and pass, right? Yeah. Sparring's hard enough as it is, right? Form's hard enough as it is. Self-defense can be challenging sometimes. Make board breaking a little easy, right? So improve on some things, challenge yourself in class, do things competitively, okay? But then, yeah, at testing, make sure you do what you're comfortable and confident doing, okay? So if you have hit a board and broke a board at chest level 3,000 times, then of course, obviously, yes, go to testing and do it. If you've only broke it 2 out of 10 times, there you go. If you only broke it 2 out of the 10 times at the chest level, then it probably should not, I would not suggest breaking at chest level, right? So, yes. So, no wrong answer. And the only reason why I'm saying that, Ezra, is because you validated why on that answer greatly. All right? Usually I'd be like, no, it's belt level 10 out of 10 times. But honestly, you're correct. If you want to challenge yourself, challenge yourself. Okay? So, from here, let's go to the third sidekick now. So, Connor, Wesley, and Ezra, you are all correct on all your responses. Third sidekick, we're going to add that step in, okay? So we're going to take this foot, we're going to step behind our foot, and then sidekick, just like so. Trick is, don't stop. A lot of people come here and pause, and then go. Don't do that. Go all the way through. The moment you start, you don't stop until you break the board. Okay? So here we go. Hands up, sparring stance. And 1. Good. 2. 3. 4. And 5. All right, other side. So you can either switch physically, or you can just go to the other side of the camera if you want. All right, either way works. Ready? And 1. 2. Remember, stepping behind. 3. Keeping those hands up. 4. 5. Okay. Very good, very good, very good. All right. Now, last question for the night. I know I said I was only going to do like one a class or so, or every other so, but I'm loving this debating part right now. I'm loving it. So, let's talk about, is it better to break with your left foot or your right foot? Raise your hand if you, all right, Wesley. I can't hear you. No, I cannot hear you now. Hold on. Wait. I think I might know why. All right, speak. Nope, still can't hear you. What? Hold on, I'm gonna get this. There we go, now I can hear you. All right, do it again.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes.
Well, it really depends. What is your dominant, it only depends if you're lefty or righty.
Okay, so your dominant side?
Because I'm righty, and this is my strong hand. I usually use this side.
Okay.
So if I was to pick, in my opinion, I'd choose right over left. So yeah.
Okay, all right.
Depends on what's your dominant hand.
Okay. I want to debate with that for a second, but I'm gonna let the other two chime in if they want to. Anybody else want to chime in before I get into this?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, I agree with him. Like, yeah, it depends on which one.
Okay.
Because, like, I don't know if she is. I think my aunt is left-handed, so if she were to do this, she would probably do her left side.
Okay.
But I prefer right.
Okay. All right. Ezra, would you like to chime in? You shake your head no?
I agree with the other two.
You think you feel that way too? Okay, so let me argue this then. So Wesley, I'm right-handed, but I use my left side a lot.
It depends on which one you think you use has more power.
Okay.
Which leg you are used to probably has more power, but you may change which leg you want to use.
Okay. Okay.
You can practice with both.
Yeah. Well, it's good to practice with both. That's why in class we always practice with both. That way, because there's a saying that I use, and I know a lot of people that use this. Okay. Most commonly, people will say, "Well, I have a good side and a bad side," right? That's wrong. You have a good side and you have a better side. Okay, it's not that that side's bad, right? It's just like you said, I probably practice more on my left side. So of course it's my better side. But does that make my right side any worse or makes it bad? No. Still good, right? Still works. Right? I can still spar with it. I can still break a board with it. But I can also use my left side. So that's where I go into you have a good side and a better side. Okay? Because you can ultimately break a board or do anything with either side, right? You just have to really concentrate on making sure that you practice with that side, okay? You get stronger with that side. You get better with that side, all right? Very good, very good, very good. Okay, let me ask everybody, did y'all like the debates tonight? The open discussions?
I have a question.
Okay, what's the question?
Why are there only 3 people?
Do what?
I just realized this, but why are there only 3 people?
That's who all came to class tonight. I don't know.
When I was in the classes when when the coronavirus wasn't around and we were in the class.
Oh, hold up. You muted out again. Oh, let's try again. Hold on. Okay, say it again.
Hear me?
Yes.
Did you hear me before?
Do what?
Did you hear me before?
I heard up into when you were in class before the whole virus thing, and then that's when it cut out.
So when I was in the class, I always was hoping for a day where I would be the only one in class. But there was at least 1 or 2 people that came to class every day, so I was like, dang it. I
Hey.
wanted to be the only one learning in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. I enjoy teaching one person as much as I enjoy teaching 3 people, as much as I enjoy teaching 30 people. Okay. The reason being is because, yeah, when it's you and one person, you can go at their pace, right? So I could teach you to your level, right? And I can teach you to your ability where, as you start to get more to that 30 group or so, 30 person class, it's exciting because then you got a lot of people, right? So then, say for sparring days, you have 29 other people you get to spar, so that makes for a fun day, right? But the challenge part is it's hard to really get to everybody.
The teacher.
Yeah, you can spar the instructor as well. But at that point, then it gets hard to necessarily go to each individual and work on everything, right? That they could, So yeah, I love just as much working one-on-one as I do as a group, not only as an instructor, but also as a student. Right before testing this past time, since I was testing for my second degree as well, specifically, I went over to the New Albany location and worked with Mr. Jackson. And because I knew that it was going to be me and him, it was one-on-one. So I knew we were going to be able to focus on my stuff, right? And his stuff. We worked on his stuff too, but we were able to really work on specifically how to get prepared for testing for me as well, compared to if I was to go to a class that had 50 people in, then, it'd be kind of hard to do so, right? But that's where we have those assistant instructors, all right? And all of you are eligible to be an assistant instructor if you're not one already, okay? You have to be the age of 9, and you have to be above you have to be green belt and above. So that's where you come involved, to where you can help us look at those other students that may need help or can work on the proper technique and stuff. So, did y'all like the debates tonight? Did y'all like the discussion?
Yes.
Yeah. Cool. Well, we'll do that. We'll try to do that more often. Maybe not, well, like I said, we might not be able to do that every class just because of the fact of, obviously with today, class is not over, but we weren't able to actually get into really a lot. We talked about sidekicks all day, which is cool with
What
me.
is Wesley doing?
What?
What is Wesley doing?
Well, Wesley's being Wesley. If you ever pay attention, he does that all the time. So, all right. Well, let's wrap up for the night so y'all can get to enjoying the rest of your night and then get to bed too soon. Saturday is Nerf Wars Parents Night Out at the New Albany location. All right, 6 to 10. Everyone's welcome to come. Okay, just make sure you get signed up for that. Additionally, if you want to help out with that, it'd be awesome to do that as well. After that, the 26th, which is the following Saturday, we have nothing going on, so it's just regular classes and things. But the following Saturday, October 3rd, is our 4th annual chili cook-off. Okay, it is if your parents love to cook some chili, or if you love cooking some chili, we do have registration forms that you have to fill out to enter the competition. Make sure if you or your parents want to do that, they fill that out. If not, but you still want to eat some chili, then come hang out with us, eat some chili, and kind of like a mini social event too. Okay. And yeah, pretty much it. Any questions? Anything you'd like to add in for the rest of before we end it off for the night? There's a gnat flying around. It's been bugging me all day. No questions? All right. Well, you're dismissed then, and I will see y'all later. Have a good rest of your night and weekend. All right, I'll see y'all Monday. Bye.
I have a question.
Yes.
Has anyone ever called you Brad?
Anybody called me Brad? I've had one person, but that was a little leader as well. So, and the reason why was because of the logo. This was back over when we were at, let me pause the recording real quick.